how you doing? Glen Sobel here yet again with another drum lesson to correspond with my lesson column in Drum Magazine. This month, my lesson column is on the Herta. That's a very modern rudiment, very cool rudiment. There's like literally 50 million things you can do with this. I've got 8 examples today. This column is in this issue of Drum Magazine, so check that out on the newsstands if you get a chance. And let's start with example 1. Now I'm going to play this very slow just on the snare. This is the original Herta pattern. And here we go, example number 1. 1, 2, ready, play. As you can see, this is a rudiment that's got all single strokes. So every stroke I'm playing on the snare drum in a rock and metal situation, I'm playing the whole thing as loud rim shots. You can play it with accents and without, that's fine too. But I choose to play this where every note is going to be heard equally. So example number 2, we're starting with voicing of the Herta. So we could take the first 2 notes of that 3-stroke rough, that's what I call it. It's mixed in there to the 16th notes. We'll take the first 2 notes of that and we'll play it on the first rack tom. So what we're going to get is, right? So really slow, example number 2 is going to be played like this. 1, 2, ready, play. Example 3, another voicing of the exact same sticking pattern. We're sticking with example 1 as far as the pattern, but now we're playing around with different placements on toms. So example 3, really slow, is going to be played like this. Example 4, this is kind of an unconventional voicing of this rudiment, but you know what? It makes it sound very strange and very cool. I would not suggest doing this on a straight up pop rock or pop gig. This is a lick where you would totally get fired on, right? But for the sake of having some cool different ideas to play around with the Herta, what are we on here? Number 4 is a very interesting way of breaking this up. I simply just have my right hand on the floor tom and my left hand on the snare drum for the whole lick. And really slow, it's going to sound something like this. 5, we're sticking with the exact same sticking pattern again, but this is the Herta played using the ride cymbal as well. If you're playing an 8th note ride cymbal groove or even a jazz type pattern, this works really well. I'll play this again starting very, very slowly. Example 6, here's one example I like to use of starting the Herta in a different part of the measure. In this case, we're starting on the and of 2. It's a cool place to start the rudiment, and then you want to be able to get out with your right hand on the downbeat, on the crash cymbals. Example 7. Now here is a different way to play the Herta. There's several ways to do this, but this is just a longer phrase. It's a 1-bar phrase, so notice that there are 4 Hertas going on, 4 of those 3-stroke roughs mixed into the 16th notes. If you do an even number of those, usually it delivers your right hand to the crash cymbal on 1. It's a little trick I figured out a while ago. So here is example 7 broken down very slowly. Examples 8 and 9 explore the Herta played over triplets. So example number 8, it's going to come out evenly. Every beat is going to be basically the same pattern, a Herta. Like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and Example 9, here's one more version of the Herta played over triplets. Remember, there's a lot of ways you can play this. So I would encourage you to figure out some of your own patterns and voices. That's what's great about drumming. Nobody ever thinks of every possibility. So get busy on this stuff, and maybe even send me an email and show me what you've done with it on YouTube. Thanks a lot for checking it out. Here we go. 1, 2, example 9.